Alright, so today we're working on a 2016 Hyundai Tucson front wheel drive with a 2-liter. We're going to be looking at our intake cam position sensor reading. So this is our readout. This is the vehicle at idle. We were sitting at around 5 to 5.5 hertz. And as we went and we gave it more gas, our hertz decided to increase up to 11.2, and further readout we can see that we got just under 18 hertz. So now we're looking at the crank position sensor, and we're going to look at the picoscope to see what that is reading. So this is our reading for the crank position sensor at idle. We're reading at about 628 hertz. Later on we went ahead and increased the throttle. Our peaks start to get closer together as our frequency increases. As you can see, when we're at full throttle, it increased to 1.5 kilohertz. And as we bring it back down to idle, the frequency drops back to 650 about.
Alright.
So again, we're back on our Tucson. We're gonna go ahead and see what happens when we try and start the vehicle with the crank position sensor unplugged. And strangely enough, the vehicle does start with the sensor unplugged. You recording? Okay. So now we're going to run a test and see what happens when we unplug the crankshaft position sensor while it's running. And as we can see, the vehicle dies immediately.
Alright, looks like when you unplug the crankshaft position sensor, it throws a P0335 code and obviously labels it as a crankshaft position sensor A circuit.
So now we're going to see what happens when we try and start up the vehicle with the cam position sensor off. Right now we got our intake one off. Go ahead and start it. And it seems to start. So now we're going to see if having both cam sensors unplugged will make the vehicle not start. Interesting. So it seems like the vehicle will start even with both cam sensors unplugged.
Alright, after doing that, it looks like the engine threw a code, 2 codes actually. The first one's a P0340. It's relating to a camshaft position A circuit, or relating to even a malfunction. And then another one's the P0365, and it's relating to the crank position sensor B circuit.
So now we're going to see what happens when we have both the cam position sensors and the crank position sensor disconnected. And as expected, the vehicle does not start.